Hi, my name is Christina Rogers Flattery. I got my PhD from Emory in the Anthropology department in summer 2019, and I was also a certificate student in the Center for Mind, Brain, and Culture. Um, I currently am a postdoc at Harvard in the Department of Human Evolutionary Biology in Erin Hecht's lab. She also got her PhD from Emory University in Neuroscience. And right now we're studying how domestication affects the brain in different strains of foxes that have been bred for over 60 years to be either tame or aggressive, or some have been kept unselected. So it's a very exciting project, and I have been asked to do some reflecting on the CMBC and my journey here. So today I wanted to give you the top 5 reasons that I loved being a CMBC certificate student and that it was really influential in my journey. So, number 5. The CMBC is a home for people with interdisciplinary interests. So when I came to Emory, I was already knowing that I wanted to study the brain from the perspective of human evolution. So that's already pretty interdisciplinary. I had been an undergrad double major in anthropology and psychology. And not very many schools were asking these sorts of questions by combining these disciplines in this way. And Emory really was, and the CMBC was a great place to bring together people with these interests. So I really loved that. It was a nice way to formalize those interdisciplinary interests that I had. And every semester, to fulfill my CMBC course requirements, when I would look through the classes in psychology and neuroscience, it was a great way to find those and incorporate those into my learning plan during grad school. Okay, number 4. The CMBC provided incredible talks, workshops, and symposia. It was able to attract really influential speakers. I remember having a great conference on emotion sponsored by the CMBC during my time there. They were able to bring in Joseph Ledoux, one of the leading experts on the amygdala, which was a brain structure I was really interested in for my dissertation. And at that conference, they had a great poster session. You could go around and see all the people in the area who were working on things that were really relevant to that. So there were so many just great talks also that happened during my time in the CMBC that I still think about. People from anything from computer science to English departments, film and theater to neuroscience. It was a lot of fun. Number 3. Excellent faculty. There were a lot of great faculty that I already knew from the anthropology department and from Yerkes Primate Research Center, where I did my PhD research, like Todd Preuss, Jim Rilling, and Dietrich Stout. But there were faculty that I probably wouldn't have met if not for the CMBC, like Bob Macaulay and Lynn Nygaard, who were big figures in my classes and just always had excellent discussion, and I really enjoyed the time that we spent with them, which kind of brings me to number 2. The CMBC gave me exposure to fields outside my own. So, like I said, I already had interdisciplinary interests within anthro, psych, and neuroscience, but people like Bob Macaulay, who specializes in the philosophy and cognitive science of religion, and Lynn Nygaard, who specializes in the kind of psychology of language and neuroscience related to that. I learned so much from them, and I think it's really healthy to stay aware of fields outside your own and how they're kind of thinking about things that you're interested in. Like the stated purpose of the CMBC is to ask what is the nature of the human mind. And if you're like me and you're an anthropologist who also studies the brain, you might be like, okay, our fields, we've got this. But no, you realize through something like the CMBC that there's so much out there in other fields where people are asking relevant questions, and all these contributions are so important. And my number one top reason that I loved being a CMBC certificate student was the relationships with people that you form and just the great experiences we had in class. So I really loved every person in my cohort. Everyone was so smart, good humored. We had great times in our intro classes as well as our seminar classes, where eventually the mode of class turns into, you read papers, you have dinner together, you discuss them, and they were just absolutely phenomenal times. We had people in our cohort from religion, psychology, anthropology. Uh, we had just we just had a blast. I really loved it. I remember one of my years, a few of us took a road trip out to a conference at Duke University, and that was probably one of the most memorable times that I had in grad school. It was really fantastic. So if you are thinking about joining the CMBC, I really recommend it. I think that the experiences that I had, where I was able to gain so much knowledge in areas like psych and neuroscience, even though that wasn't what my PhD was in, really helped me. I mean, now I study foxes. I'm not even studying humans in my current project right now. So I've really kind of incorporated a lot of neuroscience into my career path. So definitely do it. Love the CMBC. Yeah, thanks for watching.